Point proven. My hair was longer, ginormous leg hair compared to your tiny little schmeckle leg hair, and thus, scientifically, it hurt much more. Nothing to do with my pain tolerance. Nothing to do with the fact that, yes, I have a huge, huge penis. It has nothing to do with those things. Those are just facts.
I know, but I've like pinched your arm before and like you react as if it's killed, as if I've just shot you.
Yeah, the pinchies are really, because they're the trauma. You know the PTSD because my grandfather died of a pinch. He got pinched in, I believe it was 1999, right? He was so excited for 2000, by the way. Biggest 2000 fan you'll ever see. And he didn't even get to see it because he got pinched.
Well, you won't see him now.
He got pinched about 3 months before 2000. And so yes, when you pinch me, yeah, it hurts, but it more so hurts because of the emotional trauma because great grandpappy got pinched so hard.
Are we talking about like getting pinched like the slang term, like he was part of the mob and he got pinched?
Yeah.
No, somebody pinched him on his arm so hard that he died.
Okay, anyway, Chris was being such a little baby about it.
Most baby.
Welcome to the show. This is Better Off Better. Hello handsome friends and welcome to today's program. To start things out, I have some ugly and annoying news. Our sexy and very manly friend Sam had a little audio error for the first half of this week's episode. He is here with us, but it hurts emotionally to hear his shit quality sound. This is classic Sam. Prepare to suffer while he speaks, but only for the first portion of things. Okay, bye now. Enjoy the show. And happy 50 bitches.
It's a little tease of what's to come here on Better Off Better.
What is that tease of to come?
Waxing, or like ripping, or tearing, or
pulling,
shaving?
Yanking and banking, baby.
It was...
And we knew that that's what you were going for because you're so talented. And we're always saying that to each other, and sometimes to you.
Yeah.
Stop.
Because you're a great Foley artist.
And more often than not, neither of those.
And more often than not, nothing but hatred. Spewing hatred towards me, but...
And that's what it is. But it's because your skin is so goddamn beautiful recently, my friend, and maybe that's what
My skin does look fantastic
it
today.
It really is.
Maybe it comes from a place of envy that we don't like you so much. Maybe it is your personality and other traits, but your skin does look good, and that's something to know.
I think it's probably a bit of both.
A little bit of both, and that's okay. But what are we on right now, and who are we also?
It's Better Off Better, and I'm Jenny.
And I'm Chris.
And I am Smooth, Supple-Skinned Sam. Quadruple S is what they call me.
That is our little smooth, supple-skinned Sam. Mm-hmm. Wow, that was pretty good. Very quick on your alliteration, my good man.
I'm Jivin' Jenny.
Thank you. Well, it took you a while to remember what your name was, so I had some time to think.
Yeah, I could barely get Chris out, but you're out there with adjectives.
Smooth and supple are both adjectives.
Great. Like I said, good adjective game, Sam. You're so talented.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Would somebody happen to be wondering, before we get into all this fun bonding and suppling over Sam's soupy skin or whatever, or souping over Sam's supple skin, either way, perhaps maybe somebody should say, I don't know, what is the show? Would somebody like to state that question aloud for the group?
What's the show, Chris?
Oh, you want to know?
I do.
It's Better Off Better. The competitive cutthroat journey to self-betterment.
Better off better! You know what that is.
What is it? But what is it? What's the show? What is this?
Better Off Better is a comedy podcast journey following cutthroat competition to self-betterment. Each and every episode, Chris, Jenny, and Sam partake in a self-betterment challenge. Practices you've maybe possibly heard of, medically backed, scientifically backed, you know the deal. But also, experimental, stranger betterment practices you've probably not heard of. The rule is, there has to be some sort of backing claiming that this thing will make us better people. Because after all, we could use it. Each episode of Better Off Better is split up into 2 parts. Part 1, the before. We come at you with the gist of the journey, telling you all about what we got going down, the backing, the claims, etc., etc. We initially blast each other, then split off for a 7-day span. In that time, we're all forced to partake in the week's given challenge the whole time leading up to Part 2, the after. We return from our week of fun with the results from our experience. We hit you with all the juicy deets and eventually end things off with the beautiful competitive finale. Here, we vote on a weekly champion and a weekly loser. Because if you're not competing against your close friends to out-self-better one another, what the hell is the point at all? This is Better Off Better. Better Off Better.
But Jenny, you have this beautiful way of sort of summarizing it with efficiency. You're like our efficiency king.
You could say that we're getting healthy in the least healthy way possible.
There's our efficiency king. Sometimes she is the stuttering prince as well.
Very good.
The prince of all words that can't quite get out of her mouth, but still the efficiency king nonetheless.
So what are we doing?
That's a good question right there.
Oh, am I introing?
Somebody just tell us what's on the goddamn table. I believe we'll get to the explanations in a sec, but what the heck are we doing right now? And also, why is it a special occasion?
Because it's our 50th freaking episode! Chow chow.
Shooting up into the air like...
It's because it's 50! That's half of 100! Voila! That's half of a century!
And we have been doing one a year for the last 50 years, which is very impressive. Rough, I mean, basically, with the amount of late this episode is, but that's okay.
That's fine.
It is so much the 50th episode right now, and for this big, I would say massive, possibly celebration, this day of all days, this cheer that's spreading across the country, across the world, like the shot heard round the world. That started a war, but ours is basically like ending a war.
It's like a disease.
Yeah, they should just play us to Israel and Palestine, and they'd be like, oh,
Jesus
this
Christ,
is funny.
enough.
Why are we fighting? Let's just listen to Better Off Better.
Stop.
Anyway, what are we doing this week?
We're doing sugar waxing. Wow. And sandpaper shaving.
And this is a weird one. Before you guys tell me, because you guys are the knowledgeable ones this week, which is as soon as you start talking about stupid things, that's when Jenny and Sam are very useful. So we'll get to them in a sec.
I'm the sandpaper knowledger.
You're
here.
the sandpaper queen, the efficiency king, and the stuttering prince. You have so many hats you have to wear all the time. It gets heavy, probably.
Yeah, especially when you wear them all at once and they're like big hats.
Stack them, yeah. That
big
can be tough.
hats, So.
Perhaps we should clear it up here. We are celebrating because, baby, summertime is upon us. The June air breathes heavy on all of our necks, sexy like.
Summertime, bummer time, everybody.
Yeah, and July is tickling upon our backs, playing a little ABCs on our, on the bones.
It's tickling our grundies and it's getting us fundies.
Tis the season. Celebrate. What?
Never mind. Time has passed. I just wanted to tell a little joke, but it's fine. It's only a comedy.
You can go ahead and tell a joke.
No.
Go
If
ahead,
you're
bud.
no, it's fine. No, it's good.
Go ahead,
buddy.
No, I'm used to
come on.
rejection.
You didn't kill any momentum.
Go ahead.
We still clearly all have our momentum,
fine.
so why don't you just tell your joke then? Because we were...
Fine. What's
fine.
the joke, bud? I'm ready to
Fine.
laugh.
I fucked Chris's dad.
Oh, does it have something to do with the
Okay.
fact that I'm not very close with him?
It does.
Or the fact that you have sex with him? Is that
I
what
am
the
way
joke had to
Was
do
it
with?
potentially the fact that you have intercourse with him?
Often I do.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'm distant with him, and you have sex with him. Is that something
Oh
about
yeah.
the bed?
We listen to the cats in the cradle. The cats in the cradle while we fuck.
Who did the joke?
I
Who did
Sammy
a
did the
little
joke.
daddy sex
Sammy
joke?
did the
Somebody
joke.
little
I did
daddy
the joke.
fucks
Sammy
my
joked
dad.
about fucking Chris's dad. Yes, he did.
Who fucks Chrissy's dad, and where is he also?
Okay, so what about this?
It's a celebration of summer. We're preparing for the season. We wanted some sort of special episode for 50. Obviously, it's a huge giant deal. So, in course of bettering ourselves, as such is the thesis of the show, we're bettering our bodies, maybe.
Better off bod.
Better off bod. Nice.
Very good.
Bob bod. Get your bob bod. Basically, we've been peeping around, and there are some poppin', exciting ways to remove that hair from your legs this season. So you're looking sexy and Lexi. Lexi is a sexy person, I know, for the beach this season.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna make a Lexapro joke about like being happy for summer or something, like maybe like a seasonal depression joke.
Yeah,
or
Lexi is this
something.
sexy little pill I know that removes the seasonal depression.
Have you tried Molly?
Oh, no.
It's like Lexapro.
So it's a special little celebratory trying a thing that's in theory supposed to physically improve your stupid little body, and we'll get to it in a sec. And the most special of all the parts with what this is that we're going to be doing it together.
Together forever.
And oh, baby, we have not been together in a good long while, so we'll get to more specifics on that in a hot sec. But could somebody tell me what the hell is it that we're actually, fucking doing?
I'll take the reins on this one, if you will. Nay.
I don't like how she's doing it so far. Sam,
I
do you
don't.
maybe know anything about this instead?
So, sugar waxing and sandpaper waxing are two alternative forms of hair removal.
Wait, sandpaper or waxing?
Shaving, waxing, it doesn't really do either of the two. So, I don't know, sandpaper hair removal technique and sugar waxing.
Great.
So, I assume that you guys are both familiar with a hard waxing, which is the melted beads of wax that are then put onto the skin and peeled off.
Okay.
Like regular wax, like when they rip your
Your ball sack.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I know what you're talking about. It's like, when you get your dominatrix, like spilling the hot wax on your back because you're a naughty boy.
No, see, that's a little different. That's usually like a paraffin wax or some sort of
Oh.
lower temperature melting wax,
It's not
whereas
like
hard
that?
wax is a little higher temperature melting.
I mean, she uses hard wax. She uses tar, actually.
So some of the problems that come with hard waxing is, of course, it's a little messier because with sugar wax, it is obviously water soluble because it is made from sugar, water, and lemon juice. I
That
think
sounds
there
super
might be one other
sticky,
thing.
super messy.
Wait. So this is homemade, yeah? You're making this homemade. That's the
Yes.
that's the shtick of this right now. Why it's so big is this, like, I'm seeing,
Yeah.
Google Trends data off the chain before, when we talked about this.
Okay.
This is popping right now. So you're talking the appeal is
Yeah.
you can make this shit in the kitchen and then remove your hair in the living room.
Yeah, probably like
Hot.
you already have the ingredients for it in your house. So it's cheaper in that aspect. You don't need to go somewhere to do it. And if you get it in your hair or somewhere you don't want it by accident, it's water soluble. So you can just kind of like rinse it out. Whereas with hard wax, like if you fuck up, there's no taking that shit off unless you rip it off.
Sam has his hand up. I believe he has a question for the group.
Yes, Sam.
Aren't you supposed to get it on your hair? Isn't that like the whole point
I
of
mean,
it?
like if you accidentally get it like somewhere you don't want it.
Oh, then maybe just be more clear, huh?
Like say you're like doing your eyebrow and you get it all over your eyebrow, or like you get it in your hair, or you get it like somewhere like that you don't want it.
Oh.
I mean, how messy does this get that it's gonna get in my eyebrows and my hair probably?
Probably.
Well, I just mean like if you're doing your eyebrows, that can sometimes be an issue, probably. I don't know. It's just an advantage of it, okay? I don't chastise the messenger.
So an advantage is it takes the hair off your body, but also you can get it out of your hair.
That would really have helped me the last time I waxed my bathing suit area because I wanted to make a lightning bolt going down, but I did the hard
Yeah.
wax, so I went a little bit and it ended up looking more as like a snake.
It ended up pulling his foreskin off, actually.
I was
Yeah.
getting to that, but that's something that I didn't want publicized. I would really offend my classic Christian family if they knew that I no longer have a foreskin, but I guess it's fine. Guess I'm not getting buried in the same graveyard as them.
Thanks for bringing that up again.
So that is the sugar waxing we're going to do. We're going to split it up into two legs. So we're going to do sugar waxing on one leg. And then the other leg is a process that was new to me. And I don't know how comfortable I'm going to be with it. It's like shaving with sandpaper, basically.
That sounds like sadism. Like that's something that you do when you are like being punished.
Yeah.
Well, because what maybe is occurring to Sam and is definitely occurring to me is sandpaper, from what I understand, is for walls.
Yes,
Am I correct?
I think so.
Not just walls.
Okay.
Also for legs.
Right. So, but like for example, my uncle has sandpaper, and he does, and his legs have a lot of hair on them. So I believe he's just using them for walls.
Yeah. Well, he's using it wrong.
He
He's
is.
probably
He
using it
must
wrong.
be.
Right.
So yeah, this one is a hardware store
Wait,
purchase.
Chris.
Sam looks like he has another question for the group. He's squinting and he's got
Yeah.
wandering eyes.
Chris.
Yeah.
How about the hair around his like grundle? Is it long as well for your uncle, or?
Oh yeah, maybe he's just using it for the bikini
Yeah.
area.
He likes to have his nephews sort of lawnmower that hair, like. So
Yeah.
So yes, it is there. It is still there, but it has like little patches that are longer and shorter. You know?
Well,
I see.
Well, I've met your uncle before, and
Yes,
he
exactly.
did mention something about, what did he call it? He said some sort of like forest trip down under, and
Yeah, he's afraid of the like outside woods. No, he means
I picked up on that when he
Yeah.
started taking his pants off, but I guess it was just like
yeah.
it all occurred really fast. So I don't
He
know.
likes to 19. It's like a 69, but he gets paralysis in his legs every afternoon, so he can't do the full like extent of it.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, no, me too. Yeah, reflecting on it, I'm happy that I didn't go through with it.
So sandpaper
sandpaper
shaving
shaving
seems brutal.
But like, how do you do it? What do you do
so
it?
the idea of it basically. Sorry, Sam, did you have another question?
No.
Enough questions from you.
So sandpaper waxing.
Yes.
The idea is to get a very fine grit sandpaper, like 600 to 800, which those woodworkers out there, 95% of our audience are woodworkers, would know that a 600 to 900 grit sandpaper is very, very fine. You almost like can't really feel much texture at all. It's usually for like finishing pieces. I think the idea is that it's not supposed to like I don't know. Like, I assume there would be micro abrasions still, but
But it's supposedly not as brutal as if I were to get one of them low gritters, one of them grits with the small numbers.
Yeah.
That would
Yep.
probably
Yep.
probably hurt more if I went for such a small grit like that.
yeah, I
sense
guess.
to me.
I don't
See, I'm
know if it's
following
gonna
along.
hurt or not. I didn't really find any information on if it was gonna hurt,
It's
but I assume it's sandpaper, so it probably will.
it sands off the hair.
The idea is to remove your hair with sandpaper.
I don't want to do that.
And I guess we'll just see. I guess we'll
Okay.
just see what works better.
Okay.
So
I have so many questions, and a lot of them are, I guess, fear based. So maybe possibly we can alpine coast on down this track through the woods into that other segment of our show. What was that one called again?
Initial fears. I'm so scared.
Wow, that is scary.
That was kind of like a Mario dying noise from like the Mario 64. Yeah, like a wah. It wasn't very good. Anyways,
No, wasn't.
initial fears.
I'd like to take the helms in the realms on this one. The Ed Helms, shout out, one of our biggest fans.
I would love to give you the schmelm.
Thanks.
To pass over the
good.
rain.
Yep, great,
the
thanks.
rains.
So as far as what I'm fearing this week, I all of it. So particularly,
Pain.
I would say that the pain, the sanding sounds like what you would do to get information out of your enemy of war. Possibly, you'd sand them down.
Yep.
The
Yep.
waxing in general, I've been waxed on my eyebrows a couple of times. Just kidding, Dad. I've never been waxed.
Not often enough. Can I just say?
Great. So, yeah, I'm not embarrassed of the fact that I've gone to a salon and they've waxed me. But every time I've gone, it's been, I would say, truly unpleasant. And I get my eyes, I get like allergies or whatever whenever I'm in there. So it's weird. But yeah, I get like super allergic.
Yeah, he gets really bad allergies.
And so I get all
in his
teary and
eyes,
stuff
and
from
they
the
get-
allergies.
Yeah, they get really red
Exactly.
and teary, and he also weeps because of his allergies.
That's true. That's
as
true
I've
too.
he kind of like he starts with the what did you say? Your eyes water because of the allergies.
Yeah, they get like liquidy from the allergies. Well, no, it's like I'm like coughing and stuff. It's another seasonal thing. It's allergies. But
Yeah.
so that's the only experience I've had with wax upon my skin for the purpose of hair removing. And I don't think you even touched on it because you're not, I don't know, very skilled at this. But there's a lot of benefits to like waxing instead of shaving. I know that much.
Yeah,
And I've heard talk on that.
I can talk on that for a second if you would like.
Sam, I think, knows a lot about the benefits of waxing versus
I do.
shaving,
I
from what
do.
I understand. Probably. I mean, he's just such a knowledgeable guy with that big brain.
So, waxing like removes the follicle at the root, so it grows back thinner and it grows slower. So your legs are cleaner more often than shaving, because shaving just like cuts the hair at the quick, and then it just grows back faster. Yeah, top scientists say in the waxing field say that it is better to wax than to shave, and you have to do it less often, and it's good for you. And they also recommend Crest dental strips.
I mean,
And a soft toothbrush.
And a soft toothbrush, yes.
top Starbucks employees say that it's better to drink Starbucks than Pete's coffee. So I feel like that argument isn't the best. But
Exactly.
top Walmart execs claim that Walmart is good and Target is not. Well, but I mean, you know,
That's your initial fear?
yeah, the Walmart Target thing.
Is that Walmart's better than Target? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, his initial fear is capitalism.
I guess my initial fear, beyond the brutal pain and the fact that I might get an allergy attack while you guys are taking the hair off my body, is the fact that you're taking the goddamn hair off my body. I like my leg hair, and you people mock it and rave and ravel about the fact that it's ugly and there's so much of it, and what's wrong with this guy? His hairs are leggy or whatever. Reverse those words, and that's what I am.
Well, you do
just
look like
think- I
Sasquatch
just-
from the
well,
waist down.
I'm just excited for you to have no hair in your legs because it would be so funny. And you already have that thing that old guys get where like their legs like stop being hairy like near their sock length, and like so I don't know. I just think it'll be exciting.
I don't get that.
Yeah, you do. All of your leg hairs are like flat and straight where your socks are, and it's definitely like thinner than the top.
Well, no, that's because
so.
I put pomade on that portion of my leg hair to style it.
Jenny, what's your initial fear?
My initial fear, my biggest one is just I'm very afraid of how much I'm going to enjoy waxing Sam and Chris.
That's odd.
That's not a fear.
I'm scared
You've-
of how much I'm going to love it.
You've reversed this into a thread.
That's not a
I'm
fear.
not scared of the sugar waxing at all, I don't think, because I just don't, I think it'll be like not that big of a deal, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
But what if the sugar waxing flares up your diabetes?
you lose a leg.
You know,
Yeah.
I could develop and flare up my beatus, if you will, as we call it in the community. I'm fearing the sandpaper. I don't think it'll be good. I think I'm either gonna like fucking bleed, or it's not gonna do anything, or it's just gonna rip a layer of my skin. I don't see how that could be pleasant and effective at all in any way. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I hope you I'm literally going to make you bleed. I'm going to pull that wax off so hard. I'm going to stick it on your fat face, and I'm going to rip it all off, and I'm going to rip out everything you love. Can I wax your balls?
Yes.
My balls are clean shaven. Hear that, ladies? I guarantee a smooth ball, and that's the Sam guarantee.
I do tar and feathers on my ball in the morning because I like to pretend it's a bird while I'm eating lunch.
He also does Rogaine on his balls to make sure that they're nice and manly and hairy.
Ask me what he calls it his balls.
Sam, what do I call my balls?
When you tar and feather them,
Yeah.
you call it a woodpecker.
Yeah. Sometimes.
That
I
was
could.
pretty good.
Yeah. So anyway, buddy, what are you fearing, my good pal Sam?
I think that's a pretty obvious question. I'm applying sandpaper, something used on wood and metal and walls, like you so aptly pointed out, on my skin. On my skin. I don't care how fine the grit is. That's gonna hurt. I feel like my legs are gonna be like raw and like look like a lobster by the end of this.
Likely.
Are you worried about the waxing part at all? Have you ever waxed your legs?
I've waxed before. I'm familiar.
I've never waxed my legs before.
Really?
Like ever.
I thought all girls do that.
That does make sense. Because I've licked them, and your legs definitely feel like shaved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. When we do the leg lickies, hers are pretty shaved feeling.
And I've been growing them out. I've been growing them out for this, so it's pretty fucking gross. Let me tell you.
I guess we should also mention, speaking of, if you want to see those gross, nasty legs that Jenny's worked so hard to grow hair upon.
Yeah, you do. It's not a pretty sight.
I guess two things. One, this is a video podcast, obviously. If this is the first time listening to Better Off Better, then goddamn, what are you doing not watching Better Off Better 2? It's a video podcast. Come on. But
come look at our beautiful mugs.
More importantly than that, this is a very special situation because I don't even know if we articulated it properly in the beginning, but we are getting together IRL for this. It's a different situation because have we done that at all on this show ever? No, we've never done something all together. We have plans to do a lot of things like that in time. But, you know, there was something happened in 2020.
We used to record together, but we didn't really do the activities together.
Yeah, because we would split and do the thing. So this episode's actually a little bit different in that we're getting together. So when we wrap this, we are this weeky owned getting together to do the shave experiment. What would you call it? The wax journey, the wax factory together. All of us. Obviously, you've heard Jenny make her threats in her
so excited.
in her violent words.
So excited.
But so we're doing that all
wait.
together, and instead of usually on this show we do a thing every day, whether it's jogging or juicing, whatever. It's a thing every day over a week span. But this, we're getting all together and doing this thing on one night full of fun, and then we're splitting apart for the remainder of the week, and then we will be coming back on our regular return on part 2 of this show to tell you about the following days, the regrowth, the pain, the sorrow, the tears, the results that came after which one looks better with days that follow versus the sugar wax and the sandpaper. You get the idea, but so that's a little different, and this will be fun. And then there's going to be a very special video presentation from our evening of waxing fun. And that's the real thrill here, is the big 50 celebration. We have a special full-length, what would you call it? Experience of pain, experience of pleasure.
I assume Chris will be crying, so I would tune in.
Definitely tune in. If you like seeing Chris in pain.
This is the one for you.
I mean, awfully cocky.
Wait. We have a segment for this. It's time for the public humiliation.
Oh, no, Whoa. Please don't publicly humiliate me, Whoa.
Oh, wow. Get ready to, though, and let's go around the circle and humiliate each other, blast each other, dig each other for...
I would like to go first, please.
Ways in which this might most be needed by each other, or other reasons to blast each other regarding this challenge. Jenny, start us out.
Chris, I'm pretty sure you're going to cry or allergy yourself, I guess, if you want to put it that way.
Unlikely, but I do get allergies sometimes.
You're very bad with pain.
I got bad allergies at the end of Requiem for a Dream. God, that movie I was really allergic to.
Oh my God. That's one of the first sad movies we watched together, and he had to leave the room because he was bawling his eyes out. It was so
It was
great.
not. It was the middle of pollen season. There was a bunch of pollen in the room, I think, around that part of the end of the movie.
Dude, I jerked off at the end of Requiem for a Dream because I'm a man.
I'm gonna publicly humiliate Chris. I think I'm just seeing in the future that there might be a lot of pollen in that room, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And
I hope not. I get really allergic to pollen.
Mm-hmm. I assume it will be very hilarious for me and Sam.
Oh yeah.
But I think you're gonna have a hard time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also want to publicly humiliate all of us because I assume the sandpaper shaving is going to be absolutely horrifying.
I'll go next. Chris first is who I'm humiliating. Because one, like Jenny said, very low pain tolerance. Mm-hmm. What a little baby. 2, he has more hair per square inch than either of us put together because he's got Sasquatch legs.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's never waxed before. That's going to be a bit of a shock. And I can't personally.
Well, he's waxed his eyebrows, so he kind of gets it. I've never waxed my legs either.
Well, his eyebrow hair and his leg hair are about the same bushiness. So I guess that's prep enough.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, it's definitely Chris.
Okay. There's been a lot of finger pointing towards Chris in this one. There's a lot of kind of putting baby in the corner, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And they were supposed to, I've heard nobody puts baby in the corner, but here I am. And it's getting a little pollen-y, I'm feeling in this corner. But I would like to perhaps publicly humiliate the two of you because there's a lot of cockiness going around. And perhaps maybe sometimes the mirror needs to call to the two of you to spit back in it. And give a little side punch to your own stupid faces because goddamn, okay? You, Sam, are a little wet baby in all regards. So what's to say you won't get a pollen attack in that room? And when I say that, I mean maybe we'll make you cry, you dirty little bitch.
Okay, give me 50 examples of how much I'm a baby. See, you can't do it.
Last week.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
Okay.
I believe.
Never mind. I don't want to take it back.
Why did you mention last week? You know that was a bad week. And then Jenny, I think maybe perhaps you should be humiliated by the fact that you're being pretty mean a lot recently to me. And I think you're something of I wish with all my heart that I could
sadist
pull something from you that would make you cry. I don't know that you will. You have this like tough guy persona that you, and maybe I feel bad for you. I guess the public humiliation is that I feel bad.
She hasn't felt anything in years.
Yeah, that you just always got to pretend that you're like this mean big shot. But really, I bet you cry in the shower.
Oh, I do. I love crying in the shower. Oh, crying in the shower is amazing because it doesn't feel like you're crying.
Sad.
Oh.
I mean, no.
Yikes. Sad.
God, you're a depressing tough guy to talk to. Jenny, you should say something like, I eat nails for breakfast, and then I cry all throughout lunch and dinner because it hurts.
I freaking the Buddhist.
You say I eat the Buddhist? Because that's racist.
I cry for the rest of the day.
Okay, guys, we'll see you in a week.
We sure will. Be sure to watch the goddamn video. If you're listening right now and you have no intentions of watching the waxing journey extravaganza,
Then what are you even doing with your fucking life?
what are you even doing with your fucking life?
We hate you. We hate you.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Never come back.
YouTube.com/betteroffbetter. Watch the full-length video pod and go watch the experience. You can watch the full experience of this one, and then it'll be even more immersive when you come back with us in a week to talk about the results and feel out the pain.
I love feeling out the pain. All right. Perfect. All right, guys. We'll see you in a week.
Bye.
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 7 days later.
That's us coming back, and I did a little special sound effect for it because we waxed.
Okay, so it was a waxing sound effect.
Yeah,
Because you just
like
did stuff and then started
went
explaining before we had
Yeah.
a chance to even soak up the sound effect.
Yeah, that's what we did. We waxed.
Wait, do you think you can hear my eye squishing? One sec.
Okay, good question. Welcome back, by the way.
Yeah, welcome back, guys.
Oh my god, you can hear it. Oh, you're gonna love that audio.
So listeners, if you are wondering, what the heck, is there somebody squelching in my back seat? Is there a squelcher in my car? Probably you're listening in the
It's
car.
my
Or
eye
maybe you're at the gym
squelching.
and you're like, what the heck, is there a squelcher behind me? No, it's Jenny. She's squelching her eye into the microphone. So good question, though.
I just put my nail up into my eye skin.
Guys, we are back after quite a journey. This was a weird one because we did not do a thing every week, but in fact, we did one wild night full of fun all together, and now we've had a week to kind of soak up the results, if you will. Mm-hmm. So I guess to start, to hinder the fun, no, hinders to cut it down, to dibble in the fun within the drink and start to stir it about.
Wow.
Could you give me a one-word kind of summarizing your afterthoughts, your week after the results of our great trial of shaving and hair removal of all fun forms? Please, one word. Was that convoluted? No, it was not. This is one word sum up.
That was the longest intro you could have possibly given to the most self-explanatory part of our podcast.
Okay, if I just said this is one word, some people would be like, what the heck? How many? What is it? Your words? Summing
That's
what? Wait, what?
The only one that like really makes sense right off the bat, and you had to just give like a 10-minute intro.
I've heard people get very confused by that one. One word sum up. Those words can mean anything when they're together. You know what I mean?
No, you're condescending to our audience, and our audience are very smart people because obviously they're listening to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, 95% of them have at least slightly over a 70 IQ.
Exactly.
So,
They're like Rick and Morty fans.
kind of geniuses. Hey, Morty.
Yep, that. Yep.
Yeah.
I love that.
What you talk about, Morty? Is that show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sammy, could you give me one word sum up, Mr. High IQ?
Well, actually, and then I push my glasses up.
Yeah, that's fun.
I would say tender.
And of course, Chrissy's turn. Red.
Very good.
Very good. Very good.
Jenny.
I would like to see the update on you, Chris.
Oh, we'll talk, baby. Give me that word first.
Underwhelming.
Wow, I hate that word.
Very good.
Way to throw us into the garbage. No,
A
terrible.
word? Okay, I'm going back to not
No,
doing
Chris,
a word
shut
then. I'm going
the
back
fuck
to
up.
no, I'm going back to what
Oh,
else
no,
you were
she's
gonna
good.
do.
She's good.
No, that's fine that you didn't like
We
my
love
word.
you,
I can just go back
idiot.
to I'll just go back to it. So
Idiot.
catch me next episode with a very convoluted word.
Well, here's what I would say to that is this is normally the part of the show where we, in fact, put our hands upon the wooden duck beneath us and swear our truth to go into what we call the moment of truth, aka fuck up, did we?
We
But
don't even need to do that
we
this
were
week.
all together for this one, there to see if anybody fucked up.
So we know that Chris fucked up.
And in fact, no one fucked up
Well,
except Jenny socially because she's
Chris.
so rude. Please stop. Please stop that attitude. So we can jump right along through the hoop of talking about the actual experience itself because nobody fucked up technically.
Technically.
Let's right now talk results. Talk results.
Let's talk about them. Results?
Oh my God. First of all, let me reiterate, I think we said it on part 1 of this puppy, but there is a very special video. The episode 50 special has a video component, of course, and some would say that's like the bulk of the experience. You can see literally everything from our night of fun on our shaving, hair removing, waxing journey.
A couple of us kiss. Who will it be?
Yeah. So go to fuck over to youtube.com/betteroffbetter and watch that right now.
Aggressive.
Okay, calm down.
Let's settle down. It's just a video.
I was
Sorry.
immediately aggressive. Maybe chill with the caffeine.
Yeah.
What do you mean chill with the caffeine?
No, Jenny, that's an IPA.
Does somebody want to get smacked?
Maybe we'll give Chris like a second to calm down.
Yeah.
And I'll go first. How about that? How
Yeah.
we feel?
Chris, you do your breathing exercises.
The experience, well, you're gonna have to go see that for yourselves on YouTube. But I can talk about the after experience.
Yeah.
Well, let's do both. I mean, because we pretty much discussed what we were planning on doing, and I think everything went basically according to plan. Like, we didn't have to settle. Your goddamn recipes, Jenny, were flawless. I mean, the sugar wax was, in fact, sugar wax. It removed hair from body, but
Did indeed work.
everything else is where it started to go a little more
Yeah.
red.
Chris was not happy. I would check out the video. He
Oh my
cried
God.
and screamed.
So
and
good.
we waxed Sam's ass. So
Yep.
Yeah, and by the way, nice ass, dude. I have been...
Thank you.
No, sorry,
No,
Jenny. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, sorry.
Talking about
yeah,
me.
It's my boy. No, my boy's got a nice tight ass. I was just telling him, like, yo, bro, that thing is, it's juicy. You work out, you can tell, and it's smooth.
That's fine. So Chris really handled it very poorly.
Okay. Poorly.
I think that he kind of was really a baby about the whole
He
thing.
really was.
Like, as baby of a baby as you can get. I think he is probably the most baby.
I'm not the most baby. There's like a bunch of babies. The babies are more baby
You're the most baby to ever baby.
No,
You're
not
the
the
most baby, I think.
That's not true. There's no science that backs up that claim.
Yeah, well...
It looked like
I
Chris.
think that
It
there
sounded
is.
like Chris was giving birth. Like that's how much it looked like it hurt. And then I went immediately afterwards. Wasn't that bad?
Okay.
He really psyched me out by how much he was reacting to this pain. But then I got a little sugar wax on me.
Yeah.
Oh, we're discussing sugar wax right now. We'll talk about sandpaper waxing after.
Let's start at the wax for sure.
Yeah.
Let me just say it to your first statement there before you go on.
That you were the most baby.
Yeah.
No, the other statement after that, because we broke down that it's not the case. I'm not the most baby. There's a bunch of babies that are more baby. So no, not accurate. But the second thing, so I guess the first thing Sam said, the second thing anybody said, in that order, and I think mothers would agree with me on this claim.
Oh boy.
That what I went through was harder than any woman has ever had to go through for birth, for childbearing, pain, whatever, water births. I don't really know much about pregnancy. Who cares? But what I'm saying is what I went through was definitely more painful, probably more painful than actually raising a kid. And it was so...
Shout out to Anna D for raising Chris.
So sharp and burning and
fitting that fat head out when he was a baby.
It came out the tummy wummy.
Oh.
I did come out the tummy wummy. This brain, you kidding me?
Because his head was too fat.
It was a big brain, and you could tell that there was a lot of numbers being crunched already, so they had to pop me out the tummy. So the doctor was like, "Oh my God, this guy has a lot of."
This baby is the most baby I've ever seen. We need to take him out of the tummy because he's just too baby for us.
Okay, everybody, I just called my doctor, and he is going to be on the podcast. He's here to tell you that I'm not the most baby. that any baby's ever seen. Doc, can you please explain to these two that I'm not the most baby baby?
Yes, Chris, you are the most baby I have ever delivered.
Doc, that's not what we talked about.
900 years of doctoring.
Doc, don't tell them how old you are. They're gonna know. Yeah, so it hurt really, really badly. This is what you duds have been slacking in knowledge, lacking in brain, is my hair has never been removed from my legs. Never shaved, never pulled, never lasered, never burned. None of the following. None of the previous. None of those things. The hair has remained. The hair that was on my legs prior to the pulling of it was the hair that was on my legs from birth. It took me 20 something years to grow those puppies out. You don't know my age, okay? I can almost drink. Let's just say that. So you got to factor in that you're comparing, it's like, just for the example, okay, it's really not accurate in any other way. You guys are The Rock. You guys are the circle that The Rock surrounds himself in. You are people that go to the gyms.
Because I'm super tall and jacked.
You lift weights. You do legs and stuff, gym activities. This is the first time I've ever worked out in my entire life. And you guys filmed me lifting the weights first. And then all of a sudden you're like, okay, our turn. What the heck? You're complaining about this? This is nothing. But you've been going to the gym for your movies, for your giant gorilla movie and the Jumanjas, and you've been doing this for years.
I actually do really like your analogy. So it's like where me and Sam are these really strong, muscular, tall, very attractive men who like are really highly regarded.
And you're Michael Cera.
The film world. And then you are kind of like a very baby. You know, you've never lifted a weight before because you're the most baby.
Yep, the most baby.
You've never even been in the gym before because who lets babies in gyms?
Exactly.
Not gyms.
Sure. So my point stands, and it was a great one. Thank you. I agree.
That you're the most baby. I agree.
So to say that, Chris is such a baby.
Baby.
He was crying. It was like he was going through birth. Again, probably worse than birth. It's that leg hair had never been touched, and you touched it, and then Northern touched it. You pulled it, and you guys were smiling and laughing, and there was just so much joy in your face when you were pulling it out of me.
It was really good.
Of course, it hurt me more than it hurt you. Not because my pain tolerance is different, but because
yes, it is.
The hair was so much longer on mine. It has never been maintained.
No, it doesn't matter. You still have such a low pain tolerance. It's
no,
crazy.
Man, I have been through some serious pain, okay?
No, you haven't. What's the most painful thing that you've done?
In 6th grade, my cousin's neighbor shot me with an airsoft gun.
Can I go?
Yeah, it's Sam.
Chris once, sorry, Chris, to like bring up the story, but me, Chris, and Jenny had a really fun night planned. We were gonna go mini golfing. We were gonna go out to dinner. We were gonna go see a movie. We invested a lot of money into this, and then Chris stubbed his toe, and he had to cancel because he needed bed rest. That's how low his pain tolerance is.
He needed to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Well, Sam, but what you're forgetting is, yes, I did stub my toe, but what I stubbed my toe into, and I didn't know this at the time, was a backpack. And it fell, and the backpack inside it was a vial, I guess. I don't really even know it, but it's some vial or some shit. I guess it was like my...
of breast milk, and you wanted it because you're baby.
And you didn't have any.
It is breast milk mask. It had a similar texture, but no, it was a vial of the coronavirus. And so it fell and it spilled, and then the spill accidentally leaked onto my grandma a little bit. So this is just me stubbing my toe, and I was like, ow, fuck, the toe kind of hurts. But the coronavirus, it seeped into my grandmother, and I had to rush her to the hospital. So the joke is really on you for making jest of a pandemic, Jenny. I mean, this was April or so of 2020, like really the peak of the pulp and
peak of the pandy.
So yeah, sure, I did stub my toe and I had to go to the hospital, but you left out a bunch of little details. Like basically, my whole family died that day. What do you think it hurts more, for a 300-pound person to do one push-up, or for a 100-pound person to do one push-up?
What? 300-pound person?
Are you the 300-pound person in this scenario?
Yes.
Like in most scenarios?
Exactly. Point proven. My hair was longer, ginormous leg hair compared to your tiny little schmeckle leg hair, and thus, scientifically, it hurt much more. Nothing to do with my pain tolerance. Nothing to do with the fact that, yes, I have a huge, huge penis. It has nothing to do with those things. Those are just facts.
I know, but I've like pinched your arm before and like you react as if it's killed, as if I've just shot you.
Yeah, the pinchies are really, because they're the trauma. You know the PTSD because my grandfather died of a pinch. He got pinched in, I believe it was 1999, right? He was so excited for 2000, by the way. Biggest 2000 fan you'll ever see. And he didn't even get to see it because he got pinched.
Well, you won't see him now.
He got pinched about 3 months before 2000. And so, yes, when you pinch me, yeah, it hurts, but it more so hurts because of the emotional trauma because great-grandpappy got pinched so hard.
Are we talking about like getting pinched like the slang term, like he was part of the mob and he got pinched?
Yeah.
No, somebody pinched him on his arm so hard that he died.
Okay, anyway, Chris was being such a little baby about it.
Most baby, if you will.
Yeah, if you could. And it did hurt. It did hurt after going over the same spot a couple of times because it doesn't get all the hair. But the first rip didn't hurt me that much. And then Jenny kept going over the same spot, and then it started to feel a little tendy, but not that bad, honestly. Not that bad.
No, it's not bad.
Have either of you had your legs waxed before ever?
No.
Just shaved?
No, just shaved.
I've never waxed.
I've waxed my bikini area.
Me as well, and that was not super pleasant.
Yeah, no.
I got my brows plucked once, like with wax.
By me?
No, I went to a wax place where everybody was made of wax. I went to the wrong place, but then I went to the right place, and it was a salon.
I do his eyebrows, but you didn't let me the other night. So they're getting a little unsightly, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
So maybe we could move on to sandpaper waxing, shaving now and talk about that.
Yeah.
Because boy, was that interesting.
That was a trip.
Oh, yeah.
That was a trip.
So let's sandpaper right on in to our next topic, sandpapering.
That was about as smooth as sandpaper.
For me, mind-blowing.
It was insane.
It was
It blew my
insane. It
mind.
worked so fucking well.
Like, too well.
Like, too fucking well.
And the fact that we saved it for the end of the night, again, check out the video. But
Really blew our minds.
yeah, to compare it to such a pain, war-esque situation that was the waxing, the sandpaper was like a Pleasureville. Like, it was satisfying in the way that it removed the hair.
It was so satisfying.
It really
I will say,
was.
like, if you're ever in, like, a pinch,
Oh, don't say pinch.
if you, like, don't have a razor or
Yeah.
something, maybe just keep some sandpaper in your bag, ladies?
If you have 800 grit sandpaper and not a razor, like most women do in their bags,
If you're trapped in a hardware store and you really, like, you're about to, doodle the diddly and you need a coodle the biddly,
Yeah.
scoodly doodly with the sandpaper poodly. I feel like that was really insightful.
That was really good. There's a whole lifestyle plan here, truly, because also coming up on the channel, we're going to show you how to get a haircut with the drill. I think that in 2022, you won't even need a grooming kit anymore. You just need a toolbox, and that will pretty much do all of your like health, lifestyle, wellness routines. And on that, we'll show you how to brush your teeth with a chisel.
ooh, it was the biggest shock of my life when we were all like, after we had just been like waxed and we were like in pain and we were like, oh, I don't want to do this fucking sandpaper. I don't want to like rub sandpaper on my leg. And then we started doing little circles on our leg and it didn't really hurt that bad. And just all the little hairs became little like dingleberry hairs and just fell off. And it was just, I got my entire
Nothing. Chris
leg
got like little leg dreads. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did my whole leg in like 5
in
minutes.
like 5 minutes.
And it was so smooth. It took off all the dead skin.
It was so smooth.
And I will say that it is definitely cheaper than buying razors.
Disagree.
How?
Dollar Shave Club, shout out.
Dude, don't shout them out.
Dude, that one's Dollar Shave Club. That's free. That one's for free. The next one's gonna cost you.
That one's on us. But the next time we're plugging sandpaper and you're done. You're done in this town.
Shout out to Ace Hardware. That's where I got the sandpaper. A very nice gentleman came up.
No, don't bring up Ace Hardware. My great uncle died in an Ace Hardware.
He was pinched.
He got pinched.
I pinched him on the way out, and I'm not talking about the arm.
Do you ever like flip? Do you ever like when you're trying to intimidate someone? Do you ever just like walk past them and just flick their tip?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the time. Give them a little kissy.
When I walk by, I bend down, I take their pants off, and I suck their dick in front of everyone.
Yeah. As like a power move. I learned that.
That's so embarrassing for them.
Yeah, it embarrasses the fuck out of them. And like you totally get the upper hand.
I didn't know about that move until I was a production assistant on House of Cards season 2. And I learned that move, and it's so effective.
That's where I learned it too.
That's where I learned it as well.
What the heck? Did we all have the same mentor? Sam, whose did yours rhyme with the name of?
Slim and Blazely.
Oh my God, Robin Wright. So what were we saying? Something about shaving?
Yeah.
Something about getting rid of hair? The sandpaper was truly, anecdotally crazy. Like, I would bring that up at a dinner party for how surprisingly effective it was. It did exactly what your weird little videos promised it would do. Wait, before we plug it too hard, is it a specific type of sandpaper? Jenny got the sandpaper. What's the deal with that?
Yeah, so it's just like it has to be like 600 to 800 grit, so it's like fine enough that it doesn't like shred your skin, I guess.
But in theory, with the hair on the leg like mine, we could have maybe gone up to 900, maybe 1K.
Yep.
No, see, you're getting finer, not coarser.
Maybe 2K.
2K is even finer.
All right, I got 5,000 grit. Who wants to take a swig of my leg?
Okay, real quick. I will say, very effective on leg hair, but we tried another location for it. Didn't work at all.
Yeah.
We're talking about the pubis.
I think it might have if we had like really tried, but I also think that was too sensitive.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I took a shower the next day.
Okay, are we getting into the results afterwards?
Yeah. No, let's do it. Talk about the shower first. So that was the night of. This is
what came later.
Holy shit.
I took a shower and oh my fucking God, did that shit hurt.
I thought my leg was gonna fall off.
which? Both?
No. The sugar waxing didn't hurt. The sandpaper
Did you not
one.
shower? Have you not showered since then, Chris?
No, I did, and I will say the opposite. The wax one, I have pictures. Video viewers, you know the deal. This is a video podcast. If you're listening right now, this is a video too. I'll probably put the pictures in the podcast, the show notes. So go click these if you want to see what's going down.
Yeah.
It was this. When I tell you I've never seen a bruise like this, it was a pores bruise. Like the pores on my skin were legitimately like green, black, and blue, and red, and some of them were bloody. Some, like, I'm not kidding you. You say that, Chris is such a wussy puss. No, it was because my hair was so much thicker and longer than yours that you were pulling like with this velocity that you could only dream of with Jenny, your tiny little schmeckle hair that you grow out for 3 days, and mine that I've been growing out for 23 years. You clown. It was legitimately like blood vessels had popped. It was bruised from like just the pain on the surface of the skin must have just been so aggressively. Like that's on my thigh. Down below I have like these like I look like I fell off a goddamn skateboard.
I want to see it so bad. How's the regrowth happening for you? I found that the sandpaper one happened like literally the day after.
Yeah, the regrowth is I'm all prickly on the sandpaper leg.
Yeah, I have already shaved both legs.
So we were super like excited and like happy about the sandpaper the night of, but the night after, the week following, my leg was itchy, it was sore, it was tender.
Oh, really?
Just
Mine
this
only
leg
hurt for that first shower, and then it was totally fine after both of them.
Mine is, I can't even tell you how uncomfortable it is. Every time I put pants on, it is pleasureless. Every time I go to bed, it is so uncomfortable. I despise this feeling.
Just the waxing side?
Both sides, Jenny. Both sides. It's the mix of the hairless feeling in general makes the skin feel gross compared to the nice soft hair I used to have. And also the feeling of now it coming out like little schvecks of hair. Like you said, prickly, very prickly. I've never had prickly hair coming out of my legs because the last time hair grew out of my legs was when I was like 3, and it's been there since. But so it hurts both of my legs. So when I'm sleeping, because my legs, touch, it hurts both of them. It's like there's a man with a beard trying to kiss my legs every night I go to sleep. And it's so red and itchy at certain parts. The first 3 or 4 days, it was so dry and sensitive that I just lotioned up my legs. I've never lubed up my legs before. I'm I'm a man's man. My dad would be so disappointed in me probably. And this is my response to you, Jenny. You told me a great many times that, when we get to get the hair off your legs, when we get to finally shave your legs, you don't know the pleasure of going to bed and getting to feel the sheets on your smooth legs at night. You'll never know that pleasure. Well,
It's
Jennifer,
so
this is my rebuttal. It's the
So
opposite.
good.
You don't know the feeling of having long, strideful leg hair that is soft and gentle. You saw you could style my leg hair with that waft, with that beautiful.
I did used to.
And it's not even the same league of comfort of what I have to go through right now for possibly the next month, is the foreseeing of how much pain there is.
Well, what happened also, we left out a little thing about what happened afterwards, is we all kind of hung out afterwards, and Jenny ended up shaving his legs. His legs were completely shaved. So he's got a little hair undies.
Otherwise, it'd be these weird bald patches of blood and hair, and that's a much harder condition to explain at the beach than just, Jenny shaved me down.
He has some really interesting. He wouldn't let me go up very far, so it looks like he has these cute little fur shorts
He's
on.
got underwear. I will say, sugar waxing. I have had no issues with my sugar waxing leg. It's just been the sandpaper leg.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
The betterment of this was supposed to be to get ready for beach season, right? We're celebrating Big 50 and we're getting ready for the summer.
You look ready for beach season, bud.
I'm now shopping for full pant bathing suits because I don't want these things to be seen at the goddamn beach. You guys have ruined my legs.
They're pretty bony to begin with.
That's awesome. You should just wear a little snorkeling suit. I can give you a scuba diving suit.
Yeah, I'll come with an oxygen tank too, just to really cover up, to have the story straight. You guys both agree that you had a worse response to the sandpaper after the fact.
100%.
Yeah, but mine wasn't that bad. Mine only just hurt for the shower, and then it went away.
It was just tender. At this point, it's
and it grew back faster.
It was 2 days. It was 2 days of just pure tender pain, and then it's just scratchy now because it's all grown back.
Both of my legs are super smooth. I just shaved half an hour ago.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How far up did you go? Do you have also hairy boxer shorts?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we say then as a sort of wrap me up, a sort of summarizing the goods from this journey at large? How would we
wrap you up? You mean a swaddle because you're the most baby and you want to be freaking swaddled?
This is the good, the bad, the ugly.
Good, bad, good, bad, and the ugly, the ugly, and the ugly.
The good, the bad, the ugly. Let's go around the circle. Pop on one solid good, one solid bad, one solid ugly from our experiment, our celebratory, our episode 50 special with hair removal experimentations, sugar waxing, and sandpaper removal. Start us off with the good. Sam.
How smooth your legs are for that first day after the sandpaper waxing, and how smooth your legs continue to be for the whole week with sugar waxing. My legs are so smooth still.
Except for the pieces that we missed.
Yeah, we missed quite a lot, but...
I want to top onto that and say also that if you're somebody that gets those puppies waxed, if you're a leg waxer on the reg, this is substantially cheaper. So that is also, I would say, a financial good. If you're really into the waxing of your legs, the homemade sugar wax remedy, it's a lot cheaper than going to get them professionally waxed.
Yeah, Jenny killed it though. Jenny and Emma made the sugar wax, and it was literally
it came out pretty good.
It looked perfect.
Just hire Jenny and Emma, listener, if you're out there and you're interested. The bad. Jenny, the bad. What you got?
I guess for people like Chris, if you're the most babyest baby, or you're kind of like a pussy, are we allowed to say that yet now? Or do
I
you
think it's
that?
back. It's back.
What?
Pussy.
What, pussy?
Ah.
We can say pussy?
I think it got voted back in Congress just recently. We can say it whenever we so please, especially in church.
Okay, so if you're like a little stupid idiot pussy baby like Chris,
Yeah.
Like Jesus Christ.
then I guess the pain would be the negative.
As though, I guess it was more of the other ones, though, that were the pussies, right? Were they like the Roman Catholics? I don't know anything about church, but who hung them up there?
It's mostly just you.
Okay,
Yeah.
somebody's a pussy there. But I think Jesus is okay, because he took it well. I saw the movie with Jim Caviezel, so I think he was pretty good in it.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah.
He was.
So the bad is the pain? Is that what that convoluted
Only if
bullshit
you're
was?
the most baby.
And specifically, you're talking of the wax, right?
Yeah, and the pain after from the sandpaper, because that hurt the next day.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, mayhaps. I like it. And of course, the ugly.
The ugly. Very fitting that Chris will be doing this one.
Very good. Very good.
If you've never removed the hair from your legs before, this is a terrible means of doing it. Both. Maybe the sandpaper was okay, I guess. But as me, as an entry leveler, a first timer, if you will, long time listener, first time caller of shaving my legs, the worst possible method of getting that much hair off is waxing, I quickly found out. And I guess, shout out to 40-Year-Old Virgin. We could have just watched that in preparation to study.
I agree.
But also the sandpaper was, you saw it, you said it, it dreaded my legs, made little dreads. It burned my hair. It was just, there was a lot going on there as a man's man. So if you're a man's man, it gets ugly if your first time removing the hair on your leg is through these experimental means.
It's pretty fun, though. So
It was so much fun.
if someone in your life is kind of one of the most babies and has very long leg hair, I would consider convincing them to let you wax them because it's very fun.
I will say that if we had like one of those like trimmers,
That would have been a lot
it would
better.
have your
to
legs
give 'em a little
probably
trim
wouldn't have
first.
been nearly as bad. If we had given
Well,
you like
now
a
we
nice
know.
thorough trim.
If only we planned for Chris's pleasure. If only we for once prioritized Chris's good times, but we don't. Anyway, I would say then that it's time to jump right onto the trampoline of progression.
And say bye, because none of us win.
This brutal finale segment known as The Biggest Loser. Are you saying we can't?
Who's gonna lose? Yeah, if we're gonna do this.
Okay, then I guess this one might have to be chopped too, because you're right. This is not a very, we didn't separate for this one, and it was
just like an amazing experience
bonding
for us to
experience.
bond over.
It was a special occasion. So the biggest loser, I guess, is, can we say, society?
Is anyone who has never shaved and waxed their legs before with their friends.
Everybody who's not us, I guess, right? So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my good. My good
oh,
is the bonding.
Yeah.
If you're not having regular waxing and sandpaper shaving get-togethers with your friends,
It's just
I feel bad for you. I feel bad that you will never have this close, beautiful moment with the people that you care about. I wish Chris's grandma was here to see this.
and Grandpa, he got pinched. So I guess then let's officially commemorate it.
Yep.
Jenny, could you hit me with that riff, my friend? We are here, you are there, and together we will share a little bit of joy onto the world. It's not really going to be joyful for you, just maybe for us, because nobody on the Better Off Better show loses this week. This week's champion, this week's winner is us for having a good time with each other, celebrating 50 big episodes of Better Off Better.
50 episodes, guys.
50 episodes. I second that. The boop, the boop, 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 boop. Sam?
I would just like to say,
Bob about it, Bob about it, Bob about it, Bob.
Sorry, go ahead.
I would like to say that
B.O.B. podcast. It's B.O.B. pod.
Sorry, Sam, you're about to say.
Bob about it, Bob about it, Bob about it podcast. Okay, go ahead, Sam.
so I was gonna say it's been a long road, and thank you for going on this journey with us, this 50 episode journey. and 250 more is what I'd like to say.
This is what you had to say? This was what the weight was?
No, I lost my entire train of thought because this fucking
Jenny,
B.O.B.
could you
pod.
sing us a song or something, please? Cut this shit off.
B.O.B. podcast. It's B.O.B. pod.
Beep, beep, bop, 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 beep, bop, bop, better,
pod. B.O.B. pod podcast.
It's getting Bob in here, so take off all your bobs.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I bobbed myself today to see if I still bob.
And the loser, of course the loser of this week's episode is anyone out there who's not trying this for themselves, anyone out there who's not listening to Better Off Better, anyone out there who's not bonding and having a great time removing hair from their best close friends' legs and asses.
And anyone with hairy ass legs.
No, those ones are actually the winners. Just the other stuff I said because I am pro hair on legs now, no longer of the shave. And that's the tea right there. Spill it and sill it, please.
No, don't say no.
Don't say silly.
Okay, great. Thank you, like Sam said, to everyone out there. Goddamn, those are real emotional 18-plus kisses. Just for the 18-plussers of you. And 18 and under, I would like to give you a formal handshake and say thank you. Thank you for your support, and we love you. We love you all so very dear and near. And also, special thank you to our good close friends, Emma and B. B for filming our night of fun, for videographing, for cinematographing our beautiful hair removing ceremony, and Emma, aka Sam's lover, for being a part of the creation of the things, for removing certain hairs on Sam's thighs and really getting a kick out of it. I've never seen somebody so joyous to hurt you, except for us. So that was nice to see.
Except for me, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's one of us, for sure. So thanks to them.
Thank you, everybody, for being here with us for 50 episodes. And thank you for being the most babiest babies besides Chris.
And with that, I believe there is one question we shall ask about our hair removing experiment celebration journey upon this episode.
I think we should say Better Off Better 50 episodes later. Are we better off better than we were 50 episodes before?
No,
definitely worse. But I would like to know specifically about this episode.
That is a big fat bow. Better off worse from all three of us. But now, getting more into the specifics.
Yeah, we're too close now. We talk too much. It's really just a net negative. But
yeah.
I thought these guys were like fun to be around before we started doing this podcast.
No. I don't even think I thought that, but we definitely confirmed it's not the case. But maybe,
I thought,
maybe emotionally better. I don't know. Probably not.
No,
really. I'm much worse off emotionally.
I am better off better. Come on, I love this thing. It gets me hard every week to be making a better off better a friggin' week. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't need Blue Chew. I've got better off better.
Better off Blue Chew?
As far as this week goes, could you maybe ask that same question in regards to this one?
Are you better off better or better off worse? Better off better or better off worse? Chris is the most baby.
Better off worse faux show, my friend.
I think I'm like somewhere in the middle because it like probably wasn't great, but it did kind of like, I think it's possibly good and possibly cheaper than shaving and possibly easier. I just think that we really went about it incorrectly.
What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
You're definitely supposed to do it in the middle of a living room with a sheet thrown over an ottoman with 3 of your friends while they're recording a podcast and 2 other friends are helping you wax.
And someone's shoving a strawberry into your mouth.
Someone's shoving strawberries in your mouth.
That was the best part of the night, by the way.
Those strawberries were so good.
Those strawberries, okay.
Can't believe how red they were.
Check out the video, guys. You'll get what's going on.
Shout out to Driscoll's strawberries, I'm pretty sure.
Nice, yeah, plug Driscoll's. Better off worse for me, what is that, two bows? Jenny was kind of like a halvesy?
Yeah, I'm kind of like a better off.
So bow and a half?
I don't know. I'm a boy. Boy? What up, boy? I'm a boy.
Better off, I don't know. Boy. Shaving with sandpaper, waxing with homemade sugar wax. It was I don't know if a celebration is necessarily what one would think when they hear those things, but that's what it was for us. And this was a 50-episode Journey special voyage, and boy, it was a fun evening. Once again, we've said it maybe, 30 times. Go watch the video on youtube.com/betteroffbetter.
Check it out, motherfucker.
And follow us on everything. Boys?
The Better Off Better links are in the description of whatever you are listening or watching this on. Go follow us on anything and everything. Also force your entire family to do so as well. You can find a nice sexy list of all our social stuff at cinemonic.com/bob and our thicker catalog at betteroffbetter.com. Be safe, stay sharp, and fuck 'em up, baby.
Thanks, voice.
Thanks, voice.
And with that, to 50 more.
To 50 more.
We'll see.
Everyone, raise a glass. Jenny, raise a glass.
Can you edit a glass in my hand?
Yeah, that's good. Oh, yes, we have all found our glasses.
Can you put a glass of water over this?
And can you make mine Dunkin' Donuts? I don't want people in Massachusetts to be offended. I want this to be a Dunkin' Donuts.
I want to be donkeys.
Okay,
so
to 50 more.
It's like we're on vacation, but we're not. We're just going to say, woohoo! And 50 to do, and 50 a woohoo!
And 50 for you.
50 for us.
Nice. You're just like Dr. Seuss, my favorite poet.
It's a terrible glass of water.
Okay.
Bye.
We keep jabbering. I want to say I love you all, especially you two I'm looking at right now.
Aw, you're okay.
All right, see you on the flop, bitches.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
It's finally over. Thank you for listening. Better Off Better is produced, engineered, and edited by Chris K. Daniels. B.O.B. is a Cinemonic podcast production. One final note, everything said on Better Off Better is for the sake of comedy. Please do not take any of our words or sarcastic claims seriously. The idiots are dancing clowns to make you laugh. All is said in good fun and in the context of a joke. Thank you and good night.